Hi, and welcome to Robert Ellis Arena here in Joplin, Missouri. Tonight we have a very exciting matchup between the Joplin Eagles and the Parkview Vikings. Now, Jake, this is supposed to be a really good game as it's the final game of the regular season between these two teams. Joplin Eagles at 12 wins, 12 losses, and the Parkview Vikings at 12 and 11. What are your takeaways from this game beforehand?
Well, this is going to be a close game. This is going to be tight. The emotions are so high in this game. You would not believe it. Senior night. Obviously, the seniors is a big deal for them. It's their last home game ever here in Joplin.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see an intense game.
Yeah, Charlie Brown especially, he was really emotional as he came out for his senior night pictures. You know, he was crying and all that. It's his last home game. He played for 4 years, started all 4 with varsity, 3 years as all district, and 3 years as all conference. You know, he's had an outstanding career. He's reaching 2,000 career points. And I mean, it's just been one heck of a run for him.
It really has, but to be clear, they were manly tears.
Yeah.
He was not just crying. I think he had something in his eye. I'm ready for a big game here.
Yeah, I am too. He's averaging 24 points this season. This is by far his best season. He's being looked at Division I, Division II schools. He's being looked at all over the place. Missouri State, one of the local Division I schools. Missouri, I mean, they haven't really showed much interest, but UMKC as well. Wichita State had some interest in him. You know, and he's just turned out to have a really good career. He's an amazing player, great shooter. He's a great all-around player.
That's correct. He's very versatile. He's got speed on the inside the paint. I'm ready to see him unleash that speed here.
Yeah, Charlie Brown being our leading assister and our leading scorer, but you also have other players that play a big factor in this Joplin squad. You have Carlos Centillan, their sixth man. He's averaging almost 7 points a game. Delshawn Garth, he's a great rebounder. Spencer Lane at 6'5", great rebounder as well. Dylan McVeigh with that 3-ball. They got a lot of good players. They got a lot of good talent.
Well, they do. They got a lot of developing talent at that. They might not have the height, but they've got the talent there.
Yeah, and news on Damian Campbell Ketron. Still hasn't gotten his grades up, and he will not be active for tonight's game as he also has a foot injury.
That's sad to hear. He had a little bit of depth. He never really got much play time here,
no.
But it's still a good loss.
He played a good role in their depth, but now with him gone for the rest of the season, as they're saying, you know, it really takes away from their depth. He's a great big man, great 3 and 4 man. Be gone for the rest of the year. Maybe next year, though, come back up.
I sure hope it does. He does. He's got all the size and potential in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready to see him come back next year.
Yeah, he has a lot to work on. He's only a sophomore, but he has good size, and I think he has a great future here at Joplin. Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah, and another thing that plays a big factor, well, districts are coming up, you know, conference tournaments are coming up as well. This might be a big battle for the 6th seed in the conference tournament, and that 6th seed, you know, is right around the middle, and that's about where you want to be in a tournament, and this game is going to be big for either team.
That's correct. Parkview, they definitely have the size on Joplin tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But Joplin has the heart, and that's what it comes down to.
Oh, yeah. They got Zach Cameron Shodes, you know, averaging 11.7 points per game, averaging 7.8 rebounds per game. I think he's going to play a big factor in this game.
That's correct. As far as Joplin goes, they've got Charlie Brown and Keandre Adams. Those two are deadly. Joplin may be 300 on the charts, but they're number 1 in our hearts. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, Keandre Adams almost averaging about 10 points per game. He's played a big factor. The other night against Carl Junction, that disappointing overtime loss, though, you know, he turned it over a little too many times, you know, kind of set the tone for the game. But overall, he's a pretty good player. And I'd like to see him go play college ball, but he hasn't gotten any offers, so it's going to be disappointing to see him go without any basketball future from here on out.
That's a definite waste of talent.
Yeah.
I think some of it is the up-tempo speed that Joplin maintains. Sometimes they just need to slow it down. They're not sometimes. You have to accept that sometimes they're not that high-tempo speed.
Yeah, they're a good transition team, good trailing team, good three-point shooting team. And Keandre Adams, he's just not that transition player. Not the best handles in the world. He dribbles the ball too close to his body. And I think that's what leads to a lot of his turnovers. And so, see, that's why we had Jace Breaker and Charlie Brown there. It's for the fast break. And Spencer Lane whenever he gets in the paint.
That's right. Spencer Lane is deadly inside the paint. 6'5", I believe.
Yes.
Just under, maybe. If you can get it to him inside the paint, he's going to score.
Now, who do you think will be the key player for tonight's game?
Well, I believe for Parkview, it's going to be Zach Chodes. All right. He's 6'9". All right. He's averaging just over 11 points a game. That's pretty he's getting recruited everywhere just because he's 6'9".
Yeah.
He's got all the potential in the world. I've been watching YouTube videos of his highlights. He can dunk it better than anybody.
Yeah. I think the key for tonight's game is, Charlie Brown getting his game on. I mean, there's several keys that they need, but Charlie Brown is the main one. He's their main scorer. He's the, he's like the mitochondria.
He's the franchise there.
Yeah, he's the franchise, if you want to call him that. I think he needs to get it going against this great Parkview defense, one of the best in the Ozark Conference and one of the best in this district. They haven't allowed 60 points yet this season, and it's going to be pretty tough for Joplin to score tonight. And Joplin's weakness is their defense, so we'll just have to see how this game plays out.
I'd say their weakness would be their turnover margin, which is one of the worst in the conference.
Oh, yeah. I think it's second to last in the conference right now, and it's not looking too good, but hopefully Joplin can make up a little bit for that. Get some momentum going into districts.
Oh, that's correct. As I look up here at the monitor, you see that powerful student section. That is deadly.
Yeah.
If I was the opposing team, I would always be scared to come here in Joplin just because of how powerful that student section is.
Yeah, Tuesday night was probably our biggest student section of the season as we played Carl Junction. Turns out we lost in a disappointing game in overtime, 77-74. It was a good game, though. We had a great student section. It was probably the best of the season. Best in a high school game I've ever seen, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up on ESPN Classics.
Yeah. It was pretty loud whenever I was down there the other night. It was a pretty good game. A lot of electricity. Joplin, though, they're on a 4-game losing streak right now. It's not looking good. They've lost 8 of their last 10. They've had 2 4-game losing streaks this season. And they really need to turn it on tonight in order to, get far, at least in the districts.
That's right. This is definitely a team of streaks. They're all about streaks here. Once they get a win, they continue to win. And that's what it counts. And they can do that here tonight and get wins going into districts.
Yeah, disappointing thing to this season, Joplin, they could be one of the best in the state if they would have kept it going. But first 12 games of the year, they were 9-3. They were looking pretty good, one of the best in the state. All of a sudden, they dropped down to 3-9 in the second half of the season. It was really disappointing. They're now 12-12. But, it'd be great if they finish off the regular season with a winning record.
I'm sure they would all like to, especially the seniors here.
So what are some other key components to this game for Joplin?
For me, I was studying some of the film, and it's their turnovers.
Yeah.
We said it all year now. They've just got to clean that up. No team can be good and win and continue to win when they continue to get as many turnovers as Joplin has been lately.
Yeah, another key component, to this game is, Joplin, they need to maintain possession, of course. They also need to make more points off turnovers. I noticed that whenever they steal the ball, they don't score many points. They got to change that tonight. And also another thing is to slow things down just a little bit. Sometimes they play too quick. They pull shots that are not necessary. I'd say you need to get at least 4 passes in per possession if it's not in transition. I think that's a key component for Joplin tonight.
Look, as I look at the monitor here, I see Coach Williams and Coach Hafer. Those two are some great coaches there. I think they've been able to clean up some of Joplin's sloppy plays that they've been having out there on the court, and they'll clean up those turnovers.
Yeah, Coach Williams, he's a very soft coach, but at the same time, he can really get you going in a game. He's a great coach. He's really turned this basketball program around. At first, this basketball program at Joplin, they were dead last in the conference every year for like the last 10, 15 years. And Coach Williams comes in, he turns things around. We start getting more winning seasons. We got a lot more wins lately.
Oh, that's correct. He's been a huge factor in Joplin and so far this season. I'm ready to see him in the next couple of years as the team develops, see where Joplin's at.
Yes, and also a JV coach for Joplin, Coach Hafer, I might add. He played college ball at Mizzou, averaged almost 6 points a game, 4 assists, and so, that just adds to Joplin's experience on the coaching staff, He knows the atmospheres, and he knows how to play the game because he was a guard back whenever he was with Mizzou.
Look, I'm just excited for this game. The clock is going down here. We got under 10 seconds left now.
Yes.
I'm ready to see this game start. This is going to be intense.
Yeah.
How about we just go through some of the lineups here for Joplin and Parkview?
Yeah, for Joplin, they got at center Spencer Lane, of course, staying at 6'5". Dylan McVeigh will be at the 4 spot. Keandre Adams at the 3 spot. And Jace Breaker at the 1 and Charlie Brown at the 2. And we are back here. It was a great performance by the Joplin Jazz Band on the Star Spangled Banners. Now on to what we were talking about, Parkview's lineup now. They got, of course, Shodes at the center position. You got Rollins at power forward. They got Ackert at the small forward. He's their leading scorer, almost averaging 18 points a game. They got Connor Ratliff and JT Thompson, who will take turns playing the point guard position. And they've done also a really good job this season, especially in the assist department.
Oh, that's right. They've been doing a great job at that point guard. That's a very important position, and they've been doing that very well. I'm ready to see what they can do in this game.
Yeah, JT Thompson, probably your best ball handler by far in the state, or not in the state, but in the conference and in the district. And I think that'll also play a big factor in this game tonight for Parkview.
Yeah, that is correct. Look, as far as Joplin starters go, these are some of the best starters in the conference. They have not yet reached their potential. I think they can peak here tonight and go into districts at the top.
Yeah, and speaking of districts, Joplin plays Neosho for their first districts game this season, I believe on March 5th. Joplin already beat Neosho once this year, 60-39. Charlie Brown scored 29 points and got 2 assists in that game. And you think that whenever districts come around, you think that Charlie can do it again? You think Joplin can beat him?
I think they can. That's going to be a different atmosphere, to be honest with you. It's districts and Neosho. They might not have the best team, but in districts, all the teams change.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Whenever it comes down to the wire, teams really do play their hardest. And you hear the student section going crazy. It's senior night.
I told you, that student section is insane. As you can see behind me, they are crazy.
I can't even hear my own voice right now.
I can't even hear you, Harrison. I just randomly jab in here on occasion and hope that I'm right.
There's Spencer Lane at 6'5". Last game at home in a Joplin uniform. Well, Parkview, coming in here with a 2-game winning streak off of wins over Lebanon, 47-38, and Central with a 55-51 close one right there, sending them to 12-11 and above 500. This is also Parkview's last game of the season. They'll also be heading on the districts.
Oh man, and look at that huddle there. I think that huddle is very important for pregame. They're going to be intense here tonight.
Yeah, it gets them pumped seeing how it's senior night, It's a big night for all these players, and I think they just need to get together, hold hands, sing Kumbaya, and play some good basketball.
Oh, that's right. And now you get another shot of the student section there. They're right behind me now.
Yeah.
That student section, I'm scared to be Parkview right now.
Yeah, if I was Parkview, I'd be scared of that student section, especially if it was the size as it was the other night against CJ. But yeah, I'd still be intimidated by that if I was a visiting team, Probably one of the best student sections in the conference. Probably one of the loudest as well.
As you can tell, everybody's wearing a white shirt down there. I believe it's a whiteout for senior night.
Yeah, it's a whiteout, and also they're 6-man shirts, Look how loud they are. And here we go. We're about to start the game. And Parkview gets the ball to start off this game, and bringing it up is Connor Ratliff. Charlie Brown is on him, and he gives it to JT Thompson. And Thompson back to Ackert. And they're whipping it around the court. Someone posting up, but they're not going to give it to him. Passing around the perimeter.
I think Parkview is trying to establish their three-point team. That's what they're trying to establish here, I think.
Yeah, they're trying to get enough passes and trying to see if they can find a open shot. And you must remember, in high school basketball, there is no shot clock. So that plays a big factor as well. They've already had the ball for 40 seconds. That's longer than the college shot clock. Finally gets it down in the post to Shodes. Backs it out to Thompson. McVay with the steal. Gives it to Brown in transition. And he gets fouled. He'll go to line for 2 as he can't quite make the shot.
Well, that was a great drive. Like I said, Charlie Brown, he's a very elusive player. He's not tallest, but he's elusive inside the paint.
Oh, yeah, he can do a lot of damage. He's shooting 91% this year from the charity strike.
Oh, that's correct. I think he'll improve that here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about it. And he rattles in the first one, making 1-0 Joplin to start off this game.
I think you can put it at 92% now.
Yeah. Safe to say that. He goes to the line for his second free throw as Joplin gets on the scoreboard first. And he rattles in the second one as well. Joplin playing a full court defense, full court press. And I believe Jack Brown is starting over and gives it to Jace Breaker, and he lays it out off the steal.
Well, that was a great steal. I don't think you can ask for a better start as far as Joplin.
Yeah, up 4-0 against a big rival, Parkview. Keandre Adams gets a steal. Jace Breaker. And Jace Breaker travels, and the basket will not count. And a timeout is called by Parkview already, as we have 6:41 left here in the first quarter.
Look, Joplin so far, they've been doing great in the turnover market. I believe they're like +3 now.
Yeah.
That's a very good start here.
It's a rarity, too. I mean, I just didn't see that coming to start off this game. It's been very fast-paced, you know. And I didn't expect this, but a lot of excitement in the early going.
Look, when it comes down to it, you don't want to start hot, you want to end it hot.
You want to start in hot. That's how you want to always end your games. You always want to play pretty good, though. In the middle, you want to hold that lead. And this is a great start for Joplin. This is exactly what they needed. And Autry Ackard, I mean, he's struggling with handling the ball to start off. He already has a turnover. And Connor Ratcliffe, he has 2 turnovers to start this game. I mean, what do you think of that?
I don't think too much of that. It just comes down, that's a tough crowd to go against there. And I think it's kind of getting to them here, but I think they're going to clean it up with that timeout.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking at first, but then once you get more into the game, you know, you just get more accustomed to it. It'll be out of bounds on Joplin, Parkview ball. JT Thompson to inbound it. Can't find anybody. Finally gets a player, yo. Just pulls up a 3, and he knocks it down. Splash, nothing but net. And Breaker passes it up to Charlie Brown. Trying to find somebody open behind Jace Breaker at the top. Jace Breaker averaging almost 7 points per game. Having a great junior year. Brown open for 3, and he misses that one. Skips the rim. Ratcliffe passes it up to Thompson. Thompson to Ackard. Back to Ratcliffe. Brown down to Thompson, or down to Shodes. Back to Ackard at the wing.
Man, that student section sure got loud there.
Down to Thompson on the elbow, now at the top of the key. Gives it back to back to Ratcliffe. JT Thompson holding the ball up at the wing beyond the 3-point range. Back to Ratcliffe. Here's Ackard with the ball. Back to Thompson. Gives it, and now it's back to Brown.
Man, they cannot penetrate that defense of Joplin.
Yeah, Joplin's holding pretty good. I think this has been a 1-minute possession by Parkview. Gives it back to Ackard. Swings it out to Thompson. Pulls up for 3, and he puts too much to the left. Here comes Brown in transition up the court, and he lays it in, and it's now 6-3, Joplin with 5 minutes in the first quarter.
That gives him a very comfortable 3-point lead there.
Yes, Ratcliffe now up at the ball. Full court press still for Joplin. Now they're slowing it down. 4:45 left here in the first quarter. It's been a good matchup so far. Down in the post, and Adams gets a steal. Gives it to Breaker. He takes it up the court.
Like I've said, Keandre Adams, that's a key player on this team.
Yes, I have to agree with that. And it'll be out on Joplin as Spencer Lane tipped the ball. Looks like Carlos Etienne and Delshawn Garth are coming in for Keandre Adams and Spencer Lane.
They're trying to work some of that depth in there and get them the experience they need.
Yeah, trying to give their players plenty of rest. Now they got a more quick offense now and a good defense in now with Delshawn Garth, who's a good rebounder. Gives it to Brown. Brown back to Ackard. Back to JT Thompson. And then back to Jack Brown, who's averaging 3.6 points per game. JT Thompson holding it at the wing beyond three-point range. Looks like they have Zach Shows doubled up in the post.
It's strange that Parkview is unable to pierce that perimeter there, and they just now do.
Yeah, and there's going to be a foul on Dylan McVeigh. Shooting foul, and it looks like Connor Ratcliffe will go to line for 2 free throws.
This is not the best free throw team, but I believe he's hoping that tonight that changes.
No, but Connor Ratcliffe, he can hit the free throw. He's averaging 6.8 points per game. And there's another free throw, making it 6-4 here early on, with just under 4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter of a great game so far. And he misses the second one as he puts too much mustard on the second free throw. Charlie Brown taking it up. Looks like Joplin has a much smaller lineup in, as Charlie and Dylan are the only 2 players that are above 6 feet tall that are on the court right now. Back to Brown, he's open for 3, and he skips the rim. Charlie Centillion with the rebound, and he lays it in.
That's a great play there by Carlos Centillion. He's getting the experience, and he's really growing as a valuable part of this team.
Those second chance points are going to be big for tonight for Joplin and Parkview both. Ackard back to Ratcliffe. He puts it up, and he lays it in. It's now 8-6 with just about 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Each team with 1 foul here early on. Pretty clean game so far. McVeigh behind the back, step back, pulls up, and he nails it. Long range 2, and it's now 10-6. Ratcliffe bringing it up now. Gives it back to Jack Brown. Brown gives it to Ackard. He pulls up for 3, and he nails it. Splash, and it's now 10-9.
He drained that one like a kitchen sink.
Oh, yeah. Charlie Brown bringing it up now. Gets a screen from the right from Dylan McVeigh. Passes back to Dylan. Down low to Carlos Centillion. And he nails the mid-range shot with the lucky bounce.
Joplin's doing a very good job of maintaining a 3-point lead.
Oh, yeah. Each time Parkview scores, Joplin comes right back with the score of their own. Gives it to Jack Brown. Fakes it to the post. Gives it to the baseline player, Connor Ratcliffe. Great 3-point shooter. Gives it to Ackard. And Jack Brown does not know what to do with the ball, but he gives it on a short pass to Ratcliffe, and he knocks down another 3. Ratcliffe now with 2 3-pointers. We are tied with 12. Excuse me, no, that's Ratcliffe's first 3-pointer, as Ackard had a 3-pointer earlier. Jace takes it and short-range jumper, and he shoots an air ball.
I believe that one scratched the rim there, I believe.
I don't know about that. It looked pretty short, but it's tied at 12 right now. Gives it to Ackard, or excuse me, JT Thompson, my bad. Thompson back to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe to Ackard, back to Thompson. Thompson, short-range jumper, and he puts it in. And Parkview jumps ahead to a 2-point lead.
That was their first lead of the game.
Charlie Brown taking it up, gets a screen from the right from Dylan McVeigh. Back to Carlos Centillion. He takes it, and a circus shot to the hoop, but he can't get it to go in. Connor Ratcliffe bringing it up now for the Parkview Vikings. Looking to get them 2 games above 500. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Thompson on the wing gives it back to Ackard. Ackard back to Thompson. JT Thompson, by surprise, has not scored any points yet in this game. He's averaging 9.4 points per game. Gives it back to Autry Ackard. Ackard back up top to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe spins it back. 15 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Gives it back to JT Thompson.
I think Parkview's trying to wait to shoot it at the buzzer.
Yeah, they are wanting the last shot, at least try to get it. And JT Thompson with the layup, and they go up by 4 to end the first quarter. Your score, the Parkview Vikings 16, the Joplin Eagles 12.
Oh, that was a great quarter there, Harrison. I don't know about you, but that's established hopefully the tempo of the game so far.
That's good old basketball right there for you. That's good fast-paced basketball, just like the fans were hoping for. It's been a back and forth game so far. Both teams have switched on and off with taking the lead, you know. Fast-paced game, you know. I'm starting to like this game so far.
That's right. The lead's been going back and forth now. I'm ready to see what Joplin has coming out because they've now given up that lead, and they're now down 4.
Yeah, I think Joplin needs to come out firing, you know, in the second quarter on all cylinders. I think they need to put back in their starters. They do a lot better with their sizable lineup, and I think that'll be key for Joplin is, you know, getting rebounds like they have been, not allowing any second chances, and I think that they just need to keep it up.
They were doing well outside the perimeter. I like to see them improve inside the paint.
Yeah, Joplin, I'm surprised they haven't knocked down a three-point shot yet. You know, but they're still knocking them down from mid-range, short range, knocking it down from the charity strike, and points off of steals. They're doing it all but the three-pointers tonight.
I'm ready to see what Parkview has cooking down there. I think they're going to start shooting for those threes because they've been stuck in the perimeter for a while.
And it's shocking to see that Parkview starters are still in. They've been on all game so far. Shot the second quarter, they're still in.
I think it's safe to say they've got some stamina on this team in cardio.
Oh yeah, their players. They may look small, they may look fairly scrawny, but they got some durability in them.
Perhaps they're going to outlast Joplin. Joplin has shown that they've never really had a problem with cardio, but they might be better at cardio.
Yeah. Delshawn Garth decided Delshawn Garth will stay in. Keandre Adams is back in though at the small forward. Jace Breaker taking it to the wing. And it'll be out on Parkview as there's a scramble for the ball. Dylan McVeigh comes in for Delshawn Garth as he was in for 12 seconds in the quarter. So now Joplin has their starting 5 in and Parkview has their starting 5 in. Charlie taking it up. He takes it up top. He's commanding his team, of course. Gives it to Jace Breaker, bobbles the ball, almost loses it. He's looking for a man to find open, but Keandre Adams he finds up top. Adams drives, passes out to McVeigh, he pulls up for 3, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net, and it's a 1-point game. Parkview with the lead. And full court press still, and a foul on Joplin. Looks like it's going to be on Charlie Brown. It's his first foul of the game.
Joplin's going to have to not give up these plays like that because they only have they're down 1 point, and they cannot afford to dig themselves a hole like they did last game.
They can't afford to foul it like they have been a lot lately. Charlie Brown was his first personal foul, and that's the first team foul of the quarter. You tell the fans are really excited still. And he's going to give it back to Ackard, to Brown, back to JT Thompson. Turns it around as he thought about going into the paint. Gives it back to Thompson on the baseline. Looks like JT Thompson was open, but he did not want to shoot the ball. That tells me that he's not really that good of a three-point shooter. Gives it to Jack Brown. He shoots it from mid-range, and he shoots it too much to the right.
Parkview's been having a lot of trouble this game of penetrating that perimeter.
Dylan McVeigh gives Charlie Brown a screen from the left. Gives it to Jace Breaker. I believe that is a long 2, and he airballs that shot as well. That's 2 air balls for Jace Breaker. His shot looking a bit off tonight. And JT Thompson missing a shot. That did not look like Charlie Brown even touched him. But, you know, that's the human effect of the game, and JT Thompson will go to line for 2.
They've been doing very well so far in this game at the free throw line. They've only had 1 person up, I believe, but they've been doing well.
Yeah, that's Charlie Brown's second personal foul. It's a second team foul as well. Carlos Centine at the scoring table. And Carlos Centine comes in for Jace Breaker. Jace Breaker having a slow start to this game. JT Thompson knocked down his first free throw. And Javon Rollins coming in now, standing at 6'4". As he comes in. for his big man counterpart, Zach Shodes. And Thompson is good from both free throws.
Parkview's got a very comfortable 3-point lead.
Yeah, they're playing pretty good basketball throughout the second quarter. Charlie Brown bringing it up with 6:20 left here in the second quarter. Gives it to Dylan McVeigh. Pump fake. Jumps out. Gives it to Keandre Adams, who's up top. Gives it to Carlos Centillan, their sixth man. Charlie Brown pulls up a three with a contest, and he knocks it down. And we are tied at 18 with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
There's Charlie. He's been doing very well this season at the 3-point line.
Yeah, and JT Thompson now bringing it up. From Brown, he gives it to Connor Ratcliffe. Back to JT Thompson on the baseline. 3-point range. He won't shoot it, though, because apparently he's not a good 3-point shooter. Gives it to Ratcliffe, back up top, back to Thompson. Thompson being very patient with the ball. Gives it to Connor Ratcliffe, back to Ackard, back to Brown. Then gives it to Ratcliffe, back up top on the wing.
Man, Parkview just cannot penetrate the perimeter.
No, they can't. Joplin's playing very good prevent defense. And the Joplin student section is begging for JT Thompson to shoot it, but he just won't shoot it. And Connor Ratcliffe with a nice floater with 5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. 20-18, the Parkview Vikings are up top. Charlie Brown being very patient with the ball this game. Spencer Lane gives him a screen to the left. Charlie Brown pulls up for three, and it rims out. Lane with the rebound, and he puts it in. We are tied at 20 with 4.5 left to go in the first half.
Man, this has been a tight game. There have been a lot of lead changes so far. I'm ready to see what happens in this upcoming quarter.
That's a very high-scoring game. Joplin may score 60 for the first time this year against Parkview. And again, they're begging JT Thompson to shoot this ball. Being very patient with the ball, waiting for someone to get open.
I don't think he's waiting for anybody. I think he's just waiting for dinner. I don't know what he's doing there.
JT Thompson taking it. Gives it to Javon Rollins. Kicks it back out to Ratcliffe. He lays it up, and it's no good, but he is fouled. Blocking foul.
Well, at least they've done something. Lately, it's like they've been waiting for Santa Claus to give them some points. I don't know what they're doing out there.
Looks like it was Spencer Lane. It was his first personal foul, fourth team foul, I believe. And once again, Ratcliffe going to line for 2 free throws. Knocks down the first, and that pushes Parkview back ahead. Looks like Jace Breaker's coming in for Charlie Brown. And in for JT Thompson is, of course, Zach Cameron Shodes, best player on the team.
That's a key player. I don't know about the best, but he's definitely the biggest.
Yeah, he's a solid 6'8", but 190 pounds.
Remember, he's standing right next to number 11, Dylan McVeigh, and McVeigh's 6'4".
Yeah. And knocks down both free throws. Jace Breaker taking it up. He's hurrying to get past Pat half court. Finds Carlos on the wing at 3-point range. Is charging to the left and takes it back out. Gives it to Dylan McVeigh, who's a great middle school player, I believe. He was leading scorer for East Middle School for 2 seasons. And McVeigh loses handle of the ball as it drives. And here comes Connor Ratcliffe. Transition. And then kicks it out to trailing Rollins. Ratcliffe back with the ball up top. Connor Ratcliffe rolling and can't find anybody open, can't get into the paint. Top playing solid defense. Jack Brown, nice spin move in the paint, kicks it back out to Ackard. Ackard struggling to stay in bounds and struggling to find someone open.
Once again, they're having trouble penetrating that perimeter of the Joplin Eagles.
That's a surprise because Joplin's defense really isn't the best around. They've allowed as much as 78 points in the game this year in their loss against Waynesville. Ratcliffe bringing it around, gives it to Ackard. He's playing at small forward right now. He's their leading scorer, averaging 17.9 points per game. Carlos Centillan almost over Over progresses, but maintains his man. Ratcliffe holding the ball up there, up top. And Parkview, they've held the ball a lot this game. Ratcliffe getting it down low to Shodes, takes it out to Acker, and he knocks down a three. That's his second of the game, and it's now 25-20. Parkview on top.
Look, Parkview's got a lot of weapons. It's hard to tell where the ball's going to come from as far as shooting goes.
Oh, yeah.
Shodes is a great decoy as far as Joplin's defense he's worried about.
Oh, yeah. He's knocked down a couple threes. He's their leading scorer as of now. And Joplin calls their first time out of this game with 1:52 left in the first half. And so far, it's been a pretty good game. It's pretty close. Not bored with this game so far. It's a 5-point game, 25-20. Acker leading the way in scoring for Parkview. Joplin's leading scorers, of course, Charlie Brown, like always, averaging 24 points. And what are your takeaways from this game so far?
Look, there have been more lead changes in this game than a NASCAR race. They've been changing a lot. It's been fast-paced. This is a good game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good game. I like your personification right there about the NASCAR. It has been like that though. It's been an on and off game, you know, back and forth. Both teams playing pretty good ball, pretty good defense for that matter. Joplin not the best defense in state. But Parkview they don't have a good offense either. They're only averaging 50.2 points per game.
Their strength is their defense, and that's because of their size. They need to rely on that now that they have the 5-point lead.
Yeah. And we're about to return to action. Keandre Adams inbounding it to Charlie Brown, wearing the number 15. And as I mentioned, Joplin playing Neosho in the first round of districts this season against Neosho, and that'll be taking place in Willard.
That's correct. I like to see Joplin coming in the districts.
Yeah, and Charlie Brown takes it to the hoop, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line for two. And the foul is on Zach Cameron Shodes. First personal foul, and that will be also the second team foul. For the most part, Parkview keeping pretty clean on the foul side of things. And Brown makes the first free throw.
Just improving that staggering free throw percentage that he has.
Yeah, he's probably boosted it up to 93% tonight. JT Thompson coming back in for Javon Rollins. 25-21 with a minute and a half left to go here in the first half of play. Charlie Brown stepping up for his second free throw. And he knocks that one down, of course. No surprise. It's now 25-22.
I don't think Charlie Brown's missed one tonight.
Looks like Jaden Hedeback, sophomore, starter on JV's coming in for Charlie Brown. You don't see Jaden Hedeback coming in much for a varsity. That's really shocking to see him in. I guess he had a pretty good game last game for the JV.
That's correct. As the season drags on, he gets more play time.
Yeah, he's really proved himself this season. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on Keandre Adams. Either that or it'll be out of bounds, but it looked like it was a foul on Keandre Adams.
Well, you can hear from the student section they don't agree with it, whatever it is.
Oh, no. I think they should just let him play the game. I think they're going to rule out of bounds, no foul on Keandre Adams.
I think they should be like hockey, just let him fight.
They don't have pads, so I don't know if that's smart, Jake. Basket is good. It's now 27-22. Parkview up by 5. This is a battle for a mid-seed in conference tournament and district play as well. And Keandre Adams floating it up, making it a 27-24 game. Under a minute left to go here in the first half. And Dylan McVeigh with a steal. Behind the backs, pass by Dylan McVeigh, and Jaden Hedeback with the layup. What a play. Da-da-da, da-da-da. What an amazing play by Dylan McVeigh. Behind the back pass in transition, and gives it to Jaden Hedeback, the sophomore. And Connor Ratcliffe with the layup. It's now 29-26 with 27 seconds left. Lane with a short jumper, and he floats it in. It's a 1-point game with 20 seconds left to go.
I think Parkview's going to dribble it out here.
Yeah, I think Parkview will go for the last shot of the first half. And Jake's trying to draw the foul, and he fouls Connor Ratcliffe. Looks like Radcliffe is a little bit shaken up after that. 7 seconds left. And they'll inbound it. 7 seconds left. They'll probably hold for the last shot still. Radcliffe bringing it up, of course. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, tick, 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 tick. JT Thompson, no good. And that's the end of the first half. Your score, the Parkview Vikings 29 and the Joplin Eagles 28.
Oh man, this has been a great game. I'm ready to see the second half. I cannot wait for the second half.
I'm eager. Too bad it's not another 10 minutes away, you know.
That's correct.
I wish halftime was only 1 minute. I want to get back to this game right away. It's pretty exciting.
But look, when it comes down to it, the coach needs to establish some stuff. And I think they're going to set up some plays, some very good plays in this upcoming half.
Yeah. And we might have a half-court shot for $100 tonight. That's what I've heard. I heard it was going to be $25, but I guess they boosted it up to $100, seeing how Donovan Harns, Joplin High School student, won the $500 last game against.
Yeah, he had to ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, he banked it in, $500. $400 went to a scholarship as well. You know, he's an athlete. And I'm just excited to see who the next two contestants for the half-court shot are.
Right, it's going to be intense. Oh, the tickets are being called. This is going to be a close one here.
Yeah, too bad I didn't get a ticket. I was about to go down and get a ticket, but we did not have enough time. I'll just be happy to watch it, though. I'd love to see someone else win it as well.
Looks like we don't have anybody running down, so I would assume they don't have the ticket.
724, 777.
I hear some cheers.
And it's Shelby DeWitt that wins the half-court shot. What do you know? A member of our own Jet 14.
Hopefully she'll split it with us since we're on the same team here.
Oh, yeah. I certainly hope so. I could certainly use a couple dollars for gas.
Yeah, well, to us, I mean, Mr. Ward, I don't think he really needs any. I could use some money, though.
I think he makes good enough money for what he does, you know. He doesn't need our reparations.
Well, I guess everybody's forgotten their ticket number. They're going to move on to their third number here.
Yeah, they tore it up and didn't care about winning $100. I mean, that's un-American, but... And there we go. We have another winner. I don't know her name, but I've seen her before.
I've also seen her. I believe her name is Kayla, and this is the first time we've had two females this season in a half-court shot.
That should be very interesting. Shelby DeWitt used to play basketball, you know, in middle school. I think she also played in freshman year. And she also played volleyball as well. Kayla also plays volleyball as well. And, well, Shelby, she better get behind half court or else this shot may not count.
There's no point in practicing if you're not going to do it from half court.
I mean, you would think that she would know where half court is, seeing how she played basketball before. And she's going to do overhand, over the head. Oh, wow.
I don't even think she hit the backboard there. She was close.
That was closer than it looked, though. I mean, going with the overhand pass.
Thank God for that practice shot.
Look, Kayla.
If I was up there, I'd go full court. To be honest with you, it'd be making it more impressive.
And Kayla apparently does not know what half court is. And
she was just short there. She's going to need a little bit more arm strength when she actually goes for it. Now I'm ready to see Shelby go for it here.
That looked like a Tim Tebow pass, or you could even say Peyton Manning duck.
That did look like a Tim Tebow pass.
And Shelby. And, hits the shot clock at the top of the backboard.
Well, she hit something. That's what counts here.
I don't think so. I think $100 really is the thing that counts most.
Let's see if she has better luck.
Her last shot as well. She did bad her first shot. She's going to do a granny style now. I like this. And, nope.
She was a lot closer than her first attempt.
Just short. And, well, that will be our last half-court shot of the year for money. Better luck next year to more people winning. You know, Tristan.
Hopefully it'll be me next year.
Yeah, me too. We had two players win this year. Two people win this year. Tristan Ash got $25. Donovan Harns getting $500. It's a really exciting thing. got 6 minutes left until the second half starts, and you know, it's been a pretty good. Been a pretty good game. I'm a little bit shocked though to see that Connor Ratcliffe leads in scoring. He's their second lowest scorer in their starting lineup, right behind right in front of Jack Brown.
Oh, and here we have an interview here with Coach Linden.
Hi, it's nice to meet you, Coach.
Nice to meet me? Wow, that's weird.
Well,
How are you in class?
Yeah, it's nice to see you though here outside of class. Huh? Oh yeah, definitely. So what are your takeaways from this game so far? And what do you think Joplin should do to, you know, improve?
Got to keep the tempo going. When we were full court, all up in their face, it's when we turn the ball over. Parkview clearly wants to play a slow-paced game. They made a couple of threes early. It seemed like we kind of got a little bit out of our game. Once we pressured at the end of the first half, we did that as well. If we stick with that, I think we're going to win. They're going to turn the ball over, and I can't see Parkview continuing to shoot like they did.
Yeah, and also, what's your main takeaway from this game? Who's impressed you the most so far?
I think Carlos has done a good job getting to the hoop. Actually, all of them have played pretty well. Charlie, as usual, is playing well. Also, I would say that there's been a nice couple of putbacks by our big men. They played pretty well tonight.
What do you think about that behind-the-back pass by Dylan McVeigh to Jaden Henbeck, sophomore?
Pretty sweet. Yeah, that was nice. It was really nice.
That was a nice play. And well, what do you think this night means to all the seniors playing tonight, and all the seniors in the student section?
Couldn't help but notice the emotion for them. It's pretty cool to see. It's always a tough time. Everybody has it happen to them. It's your last home game. You can't help but see how much it's affected them. They put in so much time, and then under the circumstances and the cool atmosphere that's been created, especially in the last couple of months, it's really awesome. So it's something that everybody experiences as an athlete, and they're going through a lot of things right now. But once they settle down, play the game, it'll be an interesting second half for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a non-basketball question. I know you're a lineman coach for the Joplin High School football team. What do you think your guys' football team is looking like this upcoming year? Do you think they have a chance to get in the winning season, winning districts at least?
Absolutely, that's the goal. It always is the goal, and kids have been working really hard. We have a solid group that's been coming on a regular basis. We miss some of our kids because of other sports, which is awesome. But no, I think it's a program. It takes time to build, just like it does in any other sport. And I think our kids have really bought in, and there's a lot to be excited about. That's for sure.
Yeah, you guys are losing a lot of seniors though this year. That's for sure. May I ask you for a little bit of insight? Who are you guys thinking your new starting quarterback will be next year? At least first game of the year.
It's impossible to tell. It's completely wide open. I mean, there's no way of ever saying that at this point in the end of February. So it'll be wide open. We got the good part is there's a lot of good kids that'll be up for that position.
Oh yeah, you guys have a lot of time this year. You guys are looking great.
There's no set position at this point whatsoever. And, we don't even know who our team will be, but at this point it's just fun to see the kids working and playing hard.
All right, well, thank you very much for taking your time out of your.
You don't get to ever ask you a question.
Well, I'll just have one. Would you have made that half-court shot?
Nah, probably not. I probably would have pulled a muscle. I may have hit a fan on accident. So it's probably better I didn't.
But then you would have made more money because you could have sued MSSU.
It could be my gym. I don't know how me hitting somebody gets me the gym, but whatever. Anyways, you guys are doing great. Jeff 14 does an awesome job on this. They do awesome.
Thank you very much. Ellen Linden, offensive line and defensive line coach for Joplin High School football. And so back to this game. Now both teams are now doing their halftime shoot-arounds, and it's been a pretty good game so far. What do you think Joplin needs to improve on? To see if they can pull this game out.
They're going to have to improve on their three-point shot consistency. They've been a little spotty in this game. Same with their defense. Towards the end, it's like they gave up and then just let them penetrate. I would like to see them improve on that.
Yeah, and what about Parkview? They're looking pretty good as well. What do you think they need to improve on?
Get inside the paint. They've had a lot of trouble penetrating that perimeter that Joplin defense has set.
Yeah, Joplin has done a pretty good job. And do you think that Joplin should do the same as Parkview and take their time on their shots, or do you think that they should, cut the time in half, take advantage of Parkview taking up too much time and not scoring as much?
No, I think they should just go for it when they got the shot. When it's open, it's open. I don't really agree with the no shot clock, to be honest with you. I think it should be about 30 seconds because, as you can see, it really slows down the game and it kills time that really shouldn't be killing.
Yeah, I think that they should, set it to 35 seconds just like college, But, It's whatever Mitchell wants it to be. But you know, it does make it a little bit more interesting. You see these 1-minute possessions, and it's pretty impressive how teams can pass around and keep possession of the ball for a minute, like Parkview has.
That's right. I think they've got to fix it sometime in the near future because it's really kind of ruining the game here. It's a close game. I like to see it more up-tempo with that clock shot.
Yeah, and well, you got about 40 seconds left until the second half begins. Joplin, I believe, does get the ball to start things off. The fourth quarter, of course, Parkview will get the ball right back. And teams, of course, huddling up, you know, making a game plan. Of course, probably saying similar things that we have, you know, time of possession, you know, scoring the ball whenever we get open, playing good defense like Joplin has. That's probably what they're discussing right now in that huddle. Coach Williams, he's a very good mind for basketball.
Right, you got a good shot of the student section there. That's deadly, that's loud, and it's scary.
See Antoine Jackson and Deshaun Smiles in the pink, you know, dancing it out down there. That's really exciting atmosphere. And this is a great student section. It's really loud tonight.
That's right. And now you can see all four. Now you can't, but that was very cool.
Yeah.
We should utilize that more in this game.
Yeah, I think Ward should be in this. I think Ward should be in the picture more often. You know. I mean, he runs Jet 14. I mean, I think he needs to show his face every now and then.
That's correct. Now you can see Parkview getting ready, and the game's on its way.
Yep, second half starting, and looks like Parkview has the ball to start things off. Connor Ratcliffe starting things off. Ratcliffe back to Brown, kicks it to Ackard. Back to JT Thompson, to Ackard. They're just swinging around to start things off, of course. Keeping that ball for a long time. JT Thompson back to the ball, gives it to Jack Brown on the elbow. Back to Ratcliffe for three. He knocks down a three. That's his second three of the game. 32-28 is the score. Ratcliffe now leads, and of course, still leads in scoring. 30 seconds left, or 30 seconds into the second half. And Spencer Lane turns it over. He can't handle it as he was juggling it. And it's out of bounds at the baseline. And Joplin not playing a full court press. Playing about a half court press. And back to Ratcliffe as Jack Brown had it. Ratcliffe all the way across court to Thompson. And an air ball three by Ackard. And a scramble for the ball at half court. And Charlie Brown almost had it. Brown with the ball now. And things settle down as now Ackard has the ball. Brown back to Ratcliffe. Fakes a three, gives it to Thompson. Mid-range baseline to Ratcliffe for three. And Ratcliffe has back-to-back threes.
Ratcliffe has come out of this half really setting up the tempo of this game.
Yeah, he's on fire right now. 35-28. Now Parkview up by their largest margin. Brown knocks down a three. It's like a three-point contest.
Oh, that's right. I think Charlie's getting hot as well.
35-31 now. Now back to full court press.
I don't know about you. I'm developing a sweat. Both teams are so hot right now.
That's a close game. Now they're double teaming. Everybody gets the ball. Thompson. Oh, what a take by JT Thompson. He has 5 points on the game. Excuse me, that was Connor Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe taking it back up. And a charging foul called on JT Thompson. Or on Connor Ratcliffe, excuse me.
Right, Joplin got away with one there, but they've got to clean up the turnovers there and stop playing sloppy. Keandre Adams had a little bit of trouble with ball handling so far. He's got to clean that up.
Charlie Brown taking it up now. And a correction, Connor Ratcliffe does not lead in scoring. I believe it is JT Thompson that's actually Autry Ackard that's leading in scoring right now. Ratcliffe back to Brown. Back to Ackard. Ackard gives it down low in the post. And there's a miss by Shodes, of course. He's been awfully quiet tonight, surprisingly. And it'll be out of bounds. It's Parkview ball. It's 37-31. About 5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
That's right. Shodes has been a little quiet tonight. It's surprising. I think Joplin's defense has been doing a good job silencing him here.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've been able to seal off the paint.
And it looks like there was a inbound violation. Or no. Looks like there's a wet substance on the floor.
I believe when that ball went out of bounds, it hit somebody's coffee or water or whatever substance they were drinking.
Yeah, maybe from after the ball hitting the desk.
Joplin's utilizing this time as a way to get some subs in.
Yeah, and it's Joplin ball now. Delshawn Garth is now in. Charlie Brown taking it up. Jace Breaker driving, gives it to Charlie Brown, kicks it out to Adams, and he tipped it. Goes to Dylan McVeigh behind the back, backs up, pulls up a mid-range jumper, and he misses. Brown with the rebound, and he can't get the putback. After bringing it up, gets it to Jack Brown. Back to Ackard. This is to Connor Ratcliffe, who I got mixed up earlier. Connor Ratcliffe does not lead in scoring. This is to JT Thompson. And a double dribble by JT Thompson. Another costly turnover by the Parkview Vikings.
All right, like we said, they clean up turnovers here for Joplin. They've been doing a great job at that. I believe they're in the plus margin here.
Yeah, I think that's the first for this season as well. Besides the game against Neosho, where they won 60-39. It looks like Carlos Santillan comes in for Dylan McVeigh. So now Joplin back to their smaller lineup. Spencer Lane, Charlie Brown, Carlos Santillan, Delshawn Garth, and Keandre Adams are now in for Joplin. Charlie Brown taking it up. This is the Keandre after the cut up the middle. Out to Carlos Santillan, drives. Kicks it up and through to Charlie Brown, and he knocks it down. It's a 3-point game. 37-34 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Like we said, they've been doing very well at the three-point line. I like to see them continue to do that.
Yeah. Ackard. Back to Brown. Jason Thompson. And looks like Ratcliffe fumbled it. Gives it back to Ackard. Gives it back to Thompson. To Brown on the wing at three-point range. And Ratcliffe fumbled the ball.
A little bit of confusion there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Brown out to Ackard on the baseline three. Gets it down to the post to Shodes. Whip it around, back to Ratcliffe, and he skims the rim on a three-point miss. And Brown taking it up. Charlie Brown Sr., who has gotten plenty of offers from Division I schools, but I think he's planning on going D2. Down low on a weak pass to Spencer Lane. And it looks like there was looks like there's offense call. It remains Joplin ball. Carlos Santillan inbounding it. As Joplin has their spread formation inbound play. They're going to give it to Dylan McVeigh, number 11, and hands it off to Charlie Brown. Pulls up for three. And it's tied! 37-37. Takes it way up under Ratcliffe. Almost gets it stolen. And Joplin with the steal. Breaker bringing it up. Breaker. And he fails on the bounce pass in the paint. And Ackard with the steal. And he slows things down now.
Parkview got lucky on that one.
Oh, yeah. Rollins kicks it out to Brown. Back to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe to Brown. And it's going to be Joplin ball. Another turnover by the Parkview Vikings. It looks like Ackard is very mad, and it's a Vikings timeout. And Joplin, in the last few minutes, has really turned it on. You know, down by I believe 7 at one point. Now they're tied up at 37. It's been a good game, like we predicted.
That is correct. As you can see in the huddle there, they're getting a very big game plan going on there, a very effective one. I think they're going to clean up, they're going to maintain what they've been doing in turnovers and their tempo, and they're going to continue to shoot those threes.
Oh, yeah. Right now, Joplin has a big momentum. They got the home crowd on their side. They got the home crowd going. They got their confidence going now. Despite being down by 7, they're now on a 9-2 run, and that's a great way to start the second half.
That's correct. I'm ready to see this half start. I don't know about you. And here it goes.
Yeah. About to start the second half. And, you know, it's been a really good game so far. And Looks like the Vikings are going to keep their 5 players in as they once had. Rollins is going to stay in. I think that they should have started Javon Rollins. So they had a bigger set, but they wanted to go with a smaller set tonight.
Probably to match Joplin's elusiveness and speed.
Oh, yeah. Gives it to Charlie Brown. Pulls up, baseline 3, and he airballs it. It's no good. I think someone got a finger on that one. We're about to enter the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Joplin and Parkview are tied up. This is down low to Shodes. Back, kicking out to Ratcliffe. Back to Ackard. Whipping around to Rollins, the power forward. Rollins gets it back to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe back to Ackard. Ackard fakes the 3. And backs it out to Brown. Down low. And Ratcliffe. Wide open mid-range shot, and Charlie Brown pulls down the rebound with 1:40 in the third quarter.
Joplin's been doing very well at the defensive rebounds, as well as the offensive rebounds.
Oh yeah, he's doing great on all. He's doing great on all sides of the ball. He's a 5-tool player. Jace kicks it out to Brown, back to McVeigh, pulls up for 3, and it's off the front iron. Rebound by Charlie Brown. Of course, another one. He almost has a double-double on tonight. Brown to McVeigh, and McVeigh is fouled. Nice way to draw the foul, and McVeigh will go to line for 2.
Well, I think McVeigh has not been the most effective at the line, but I would like to see him improve it here tonight.
Oh, yeah. And that's Javon, or correction, that is Javon Rollins' first foul of the game.
Joplin sure needs these points. These are very important.
Yes. And he misses the first as it bounces off the front iron and the backboard. Andre Adams in for now Charlie Brown with 1:18 left to go here in the quarter. JT Thompson comes in for Zach Cameron Shodes. So now Parkview is going with the smaller set of players. And McVeigh's free throw rims out, and we're still tied at 37 with 1:16 left here in the third quarter. It's a defensive game just like we predicted, and it looks like Parkview is going to keep that streak of games without allowing 60 points.
Well, you never know. Joplin could just come in here and they can score the, I believe, 43 points.
Yeah, you never know. And Connor Ratcliffe inbounding it. Can't find anybody open. They might have to call timeout. Nope, they get it into Oxtris Ackard. And gives it to Jack Brown now. It looks like they're running play 2. Gives it to Connor Ratcliffe. Can't find anybody open. Can't find anybody open. He's just holding the ball. He's being forced to dribble the ball now.
This is when the shot clock would come in handy, because
yeah, definitely. He would already shot it by now.
I don't see this being acceptable. It's just carrying out the game longer than it should.
Yeah, they need a shot clock so they can. Some teams just can't drain the clock like this. It's just not fun to watch. But, you know, whatever works for Parkview. Jack Brown with the ball up top near half court. This is the Connor Ratcliffe. They're trying to hold for the last shot of the quarter.
I would assume that's what they're doing, because I don't know what else they'd be doing.
Connor Ratcliffe. And well, the student section tried to throw him off with the shot clock, but 1 second, and no good on the buzzer beater. And your score is Vikings 37, and your Joplin Eagles 37. And well, that was a very boring quarter, as Parkview had, I believe, 6 minutes of play now with the ball, and Parkview, I believe, outscored Joplin. Joplin outscored Parkview 8-7, I believe.
That's correct.
Yeah, 9-8 on the quarter. Very boring quarter, but you know, sometimes defensive matchups are fun to watch, and it's really thrilling.
Not this defensive matchup. As far as Parkview goes, they need to start cleaning up that turnover margin. Right now on that team, they've got more Butterfingers in the candy store on that team. They need to clean that up.
Yeah. Well, it's a very defense quarter. We'll see how things change this quarter. Maybe Joplin's getting tired of this. Maybe they just want to start pulling up
Well,
threes.
you can tell in that huddle, Coach Williams, he's getting tired of it too. He's wanting to see some points getting scored.
Yeah, he wants to see some action on senior night. I think Parkview's purposely trying to ruin senior night for these players. We want some more scoring.
I think the student section does well. You can see the great cheerleading. That comes into effect as well. We have a great cheerleading team here. They've been a big help this whole season.
Oh, yeah.
As you can see the huddle, they're going to break it down. They're going to gather. They're going to be on fire.
Yeah, I think that Joplin's going to be coming into this quarter with a lot of momentum.
Well, they went into the quarter momentum, and they ended the quarter with not really any momentum at all.
They just need to play this full quarter on all cylinders. They need to play with all their tools. They need to use all their tools. Limit the turnovers to maybe 1, 2, or 3. You know, just limit yourselves, and you can pull out this game on senior night with a win. And now Keandre Adams is inbounding it to Jace Breaker to start off the fourth quarter. Jace Breaker, bounce pass to Charlie Brown. Kicks it out to Dylan McVeigh, back to Jace Breaker to Keandre Adams on the baseline on three-point range. And tosses it back to Charlie Brown, of course, their key player. He almost has a double-double on the night. And Charlie Brown floats it up and puts it in. And Charlie Brown gives Joplin the lead. And just like that, Parkview, but nope, he does not quite make the layup, but it is a foul.
That's a surprise. They've been very effective in the paint whenever they get inside of it.
Jace Breaker's second personal foul, second team foul. And Autry Ackard at the line for 2, and he knocks down the first free throw. He's having a tremendous game tonight. Leads in scoring. I think he almost has a double-double with points and assists both. And he knocks both free throws down. Of course, not surprising. We're back to being tied at 39. Jace Breaker, of course, taking it up again. He's their point guard. Dylan McVeigh gets the ball. And they need to really get it past half court. And almost a 10-second violation by the Joplin Eagles, but they got it out just in time with about 9 seconds. Jace Breaker with the ball. Can't find anybody open. Dribbles it, baseline. Back to Keandre Adams. And it looks like Jace Breaker stepped out of bounds.
Oh, that's a tough one there. You really can't afford to give the ball to the other team at this point in the game.
It's the small things that matters most, and that's one of the small things. Turnovers are a huge thing, yet nobody pays attention to them, and that might play a big factor in this game. This is anybody's ball game right now. Ackard bringing it up the court, gives it to Jack Brown. Shows it back to Brown, and then kicks it to Ackard. Ackard can't find anybody open. He keeps on dribbling back and forth. Gets it down to Schultz, who's being awfully quiet. Up and count him in the foul. That's Zachary Cameron Schultz with the layup and the foul as well.
Well, we finally hear his name here tonight.
Yeah, I believe he only has 6 points on the game. Look for the N1 opportunity here as Parkview is now put ahead by 2.
Well, he's so tall, he could just lean over the basket from here and just drop it in there, to be honest with you.
That looks like what he did. And he knocks down the free throw. Wow, I'm surprised. Free throws and jump shots are really not his thing. His thing is being in the paint and getting rebounds. He needs 3 more points and he'll have himself, I believe, his 8th double-double of the season.
That is correct. I believe Parkview's defense is stepping up here in this quarter, and the previous quarter they've stepped up.
Yeah, just a little bit stopping Charlie from scoring now, as they lead by 3 with 6 minutes 30 seconds left here in this ball game. Charlie, and it looks like Carlos. Looks like he's a little shaken up there as he gets fouled. He draws a foul. He's always had his knee problems, and it looks like he banged up that knee just a little bit. Keandre Adams to inbound it. And gives that to Carlos, who looks just all right. And gives it back to Charlie. Charlie back to Carlos and Tian. He drives, can't find a shot. Dylan McVeigh back with the ball up top. Gives it to Charlie, who's charging to the basket. And he gives it to Spencer Lane, who's juggling it down in the paint. He can't make the shot. And what an unfortunate turn of events by Joplin.
Parkview has really been stepping it up. They have not given up any points.
Oh, yeah.
Very big points, at least.
JT Thompson kicks it out to Ackard. Ackard can't find him open. Gives it to Connor Ratcliffe, who's really been struggling tonight.
struggling to move the ball.
Oh yeah, and shooting. He's hardly pulled any shots tonight.
Yeah, because he's standing there.
You'd think that a guard like JT Thompson, you'd think that he'd pull more shots like him. Gives it back to Connor Ratcliffe, who's being guarded by Dylan McVeigh. Acker with the ball up top. Gives it down low, and wow, Connor Ratcliffe with the amazing spin move down low, and the Parkview Vikings up 44-39 with nearly 5 minutes left to go.
Look, Joplin's defense is going to have to step up. They're digging themselves a hole here.
Keandre Adams up, counter with a foul. Knocks it down, and he'll go to line for one more. 44-41.
Look, I have not seen this many penalties since I looked at Charles Manson's rap sheet here.
And right now, the Parkview Vikings coach is really livid right now. Keandre Adams, the left-handed shooter, can't quite get the free throw as he knocks it off the front iron. But Joplin cuts the lead to 3 with now 5 minutes left to go here into the final quarter play. Connor Ratcliffe taking it up, gives it back to Acker. Acker back to Thompson. Thompson fakes the pass down low to Brown.
Look, Parkview's been talking about slowing down the tempo. There's not even a tempo whenever they get the ball.
And the other thing that's surprising is that Jack Brown has not scored at all. And Keandre Adams with the steal in transition. Oh! Counter with a foul! Knocks it down, and we are up by, and the Joplin Eagles are down by 1. Keandre Adams at back-to-back three-point play opportunities.
That was a great steal. Joplin's defense has really been stepping up now.
Adams will again try to get a three-point play with this free throw right here. No good. He shoots a dud off the right iron. Joplin with the full court press, really doing a good job in defending Acker. Adams with the steal, and he's fouled again. Oh my gracious. Adams has been fouled 3 consecutive times. JT Thompson with his 3rd foul. No, it's 4th foul, and it's a timeout called by Parkview.
Man, this is a good game.
It is. Don't get me wrong. 4.5 minutes left to go. Parkview up 44-43. And, well, another chance for Joplin to take the lead here. 2 free throws coming up for Keandre Adams after this timeout is over. They really need these free throws despite Keandre Adams being 0 for 2 for his last 2 free throws. His next 2 shots may play a big factor in the outcome of this game.
That's right.
You need all the points you can get.
Look, I think even Charles Manson would be impressed with how many fouls we've had here tonight. They need Parkview definitely needs to improve in that area, especially with the turnovers. And
Yeah.
Joplin just need to keep doing what they're doing, that score.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Joplin, they just need to continue to keep this tempo. They've missed a couple important free throws, but as long as they keep this tempo and keep the momentum that they have right now from the home crowd and their bench, I think that they can pull this game out. It's a really good game so far, defensive matchup, but I think that Joplin might be able to pull us out of the water if they continue to do what they're doing.
Oh, that's correct, but Parkview right now, looking into their huddle right now, I can see they're cooking something pretty good over there.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been a good game. Both teams playing good games. This is not like, an all-state matchup. It's not the game of the year, but it's a pretty good one. It's pretty interesting right now.
This has the potential to be a game of the year.
Oh yeah, you never know. You never know. And I think we're about to start play again. Joplin will shoot 2 free throws. Keandre Adams going to the line for the 3rd time tonight. He's 0 for 2 from the charity strike. I'll get 2 more shots right here.
These are 2 very important points. They get the lead here and maintain that lead.
They need it bad. They need at least to tie it up right here. They need 1 free throw. Javon Rollins is in now.
There's 4.5 minutes here, and to be honest, I think Parkview's next position, they might just use up all 4.5.
Yeah, and looks like Keandre Adams knocks down the first free throw, making him 1 for 3 on the night. And looks like Javon Rollins came in for JT Thompson as he's in a little bit of foul trouble. 4 personal fouls, and that is the team's 6th foul. And they are just, and Joplin is about to be in the bonus. Actually, Joplin is in the bonus now. and knocks down both free throws. 45-44, Joplin up with 4.5 minutes left to go. Joplin is in the bonus now. Any foul will be a 1-and-1 now. 1-and-1, if you guys don't know what that means if you make the first free throw, you shoot another one. If you miss it, then either team can grab the rebound. And Parkview takes the lead, 46-45 now. Adams gives it to McVeigh.
That's where size comes in handy there.
Yeah, gives it to Charlie Brown. Now they're relaxing just a little bit, trying to take a little bit of time off the clock. 4-minute mark now. Brown throwing out the alley-oop up there. Adams. But it looks like they're going to count that as a shot. Unless he was fouled, his hand was hit, and that shot just looked really bad. And Charlie Brown will go to the line for 2. Have no doubt that he'll put the Joplin Eagles back up top. Knock on wood. Oh, I guess the knock on wood did not work, but they can still tie it up right here.
I guess you can put him back down to about 92%.
Yeah. Charlie looking nice and composed out there tonight. And he knocks down the second free throw, as he had a very rare miss in the charity strike. Joplin going back to full court press with only one man back on defense. Trying to get the steal. Ackard passes up to Rollins, back to Ackard. Ackard back to Jack Brown, who's not scored tonight still.
Parkview's really cleaned up their ball handling this quarter.
Yeah,
since they came out of that timeout, at least.
And a correction earlier, it was a Connor Ratcliffe who was in foul trouble with 4 fouls. Rollins down low in the post to Shodes. Spin move, kicks it out. Back to Rollins. Rollins takes a shot. JT Thompson down low to Shodes. Kicks it out to, oh man, that'll be 3 free throws for Mr. Ackard as he's hacked.
He's actually done fairly well this season at the free throw line. This could be dangerous for Joplin.
Oh, yeah. And it looks like it is Keandre Adams with his first personal foul of the game. And usually by now, he usually has more fouls, but he's kept it pretty clean. It's 14th foul, and Ackard knocks down the first free throw with a lucky roll, putting Parkview back up ahead by 1. Knocks both free throw down, or 2 free throws down.
Like I said, he's been doing very well at the free throw line this season.
And he's just proven more and more that he's the accurate shooter. And Toilet Bowl's the third one, and now Parkview's up by 3. 3:15 now left here in the fourth quarter play. Here in regulation, Dylan McVeigh with the ball up top. Asks for a screen, doesn't get it, but Spencer Lane gets the ball, gives it back to Dylan. Looking for the screen again, didn't get it. Gives it back to Keandre. Dribbles up the baseline. Brown struggles with the pass. Gives it to Adams. Adams fakes a shot. And he's going to lay it in with the left hand. 1-point game.
And boom goes the dynamite right there.
And Ackard almost slips and loses the ball. And a reach-in foul will be called on Carlos Santillan, who has surprisingly also kept it clean tonight. That'll be the 15th foul on Joplin tonight. First personal on Carlos Santillan.
Joplin's going to improve in this upcoming 2.5 minutes, just over 2.5 minutes, as far as the fouls go.
Yeah, and right now, Parkview is 1 foul away from being in the bonus, or one drawn foul away from being in the bonus. Right now, they have the possession error as well. So right now, Parkview still looking okay. Rollins looking for someone to pass it to. Can't find anybody open. And it's stolen by Keandre Adams. And Adams slows things up. He gives it to Charlie Brown, as he wanted to go into transition, but he was triple teamed. Gives it to Dylan McVeigh, back to Keandre Adams. And a steal by Ackard. Ackard is having one tremendous night. And he loses it, but he gains back control. And a timeout called by the Parkview Vikings. Yet another timeout having to be called by Parkview. It's still a pretty great game. 2 minutes left to go. It's 49-48 Parkview. Ackard leading the way in scoring for the whole game. And, of course, Charlie Brown leading the way, I believe, for Joplin. Takeaways from this final quarter. I mean, what do you think that What have you seen that has impressed you most, or what is sticking out most?
The defenses, they have both stepped up here, and you can tell it in the score and why it's so close. As you can see there, Coach Williams, he's setting it up. He's going to come out with some great plays for the defense, and I expect Joplin to pick up the tempo here.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Joplin needs. They need the momentum right now on their sides. I think momentum is, the momentum arrow, it's about even right now. It's right down the middle. Both teams playing great defense and great offense. We'll just have to see what both teams do to adjust. It's great to put some matchup. And
that is correct.
Yeah, the game is about to start or resume. Of course, you got 2 minutes, 8 seconds left. Fouls, aren't too bad of an issue right now.
That's a bad issue. That's what Parkview's giving up most of the Joplin. They got to improve that.
Yeah, Parkview has 17 fouls, making Joplin in the bonus, 1-1 bonus. Joplin is one committed foul away from putting Parkview in the bonus as well. And whenever both teams get in the bonus, it really makes things a lot more interesting. Adds on a lot more scoring. And it looks like gameplay is about to resume, and he inbounds it to Ackard. And once again, hey, Carlos Centeno with the steal. And it looked like it was hacked, but looked like it was fouled, but I guess they're not going to call it. I even heard a hand slap from all the way up here. And Joplin now calls a timeout. That was pretty fast. 8 seconds after the Parkview timeout, now we have Joplin timeout.
Maybe the coach didn't get the word across here. I don't know what he's doing here, but they've got plenty of timeouts to spare.
Yeah, it was a great way to start this possession after the timeout. Getting the steal from Carlos Centeno. Looked like that was a foul though on that play. I even heard a hand slap from right here. But, like I was saying earlier, it's the human effect of the game, and stuff happens.
The hand slap. That's a foul right there for you. Those of you at home who don't know that.
It's kind of like a controversial foul ball down the left or right field line. It's the human effect of the game. It just makes it more interesting. It looks like we're about to start play once again. We have 2 minutes left to go. And normally the last 2 minutes in a basketball game are usually the longest.
Usually they're the most exciting, but with Parkview, they probably will be the longest. It'll probably be exactly 2 minutes when they get the ball. As you can see, that student section over there is
once again
very
going insane.
Intimidating.
They're going insane in the membrane. Carlos Centeno inbounding it. He can't find anybody open. Finds Charlie Brown. And Ackard playing tight defense on him. Brown floats it up in an air ball. Haven't seen this many air balls by Charlie Brown ever in a single game. And it'll be a reaching foul call on Keandre Adams. I think that was a little bit of a weak call compared to the Carlos Centeno transition play.
I don't know. The ref had a better vision than me. I'm going to agree with the ref on that one since I was unable to see it.
Yeah, human effect of the game. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Minute 50 left to go here in this ball game. It's a very exciting game. And now Parkview has the possession arrow and bonus with that last foul. Bonus for the Vikings, and Joplin's also in the bonus. They're closer to the double bonus, which is also a plus for Joplin. Ratcliffe back in the game, drives, can't find a shot or man open, and curls it around. Brown with the steal, and Brown, yes, gives Joplin the lead by 1.
That was a very good play by Charlie Brown. That's focus.
Very big play with a minute left to go in the game. Joplin up by 1. Charlie Brown coming up again in the clutch. Ackard bringing it up top, taking his time. Going to download the Shodes. Back to Ackard, pulls up for 3, knocks it down. Parkview with the three-pointer to take a 2-point lead. And I believe that is a Joplin timeout.
Look here, Harrison. We've got more threes in this game than a math book. This is insane how many points have been scored in this last 2 minutes here. I'm ready to see what happens after this timeout.
It's an exciting game. I think Joplin, though, they need to take their time on this possession. And they need to keep the ball out of Ackard's hand. Ackard has just thrown down so many daggers on us tonight from beyond the arc. It's now 52-50, 44.6 seconds left to go. It's an exciting one. Now I think, the momentum arrow is now pointing a little bit towards the Vikings side of play. We'll just have to see how things play out.
Look, if Joplin doesn't slow down tempo, Parkview sure will, as we have seen so far in this game.
Yeah, Joplin, I think, though, they just need to slow it down, on this next position, not rush things like they're known for in like the final seconds. They're known for rushing things. I think they just need to take their time on this next possession. And,
that is correct. And Parkview, as you can see over there, they're playing in this one. I think their coach is ready and confident in them coming out.
Yeah, I think Parkview is going to really lock down on defense now. This is a big play or big possession right now. Charlie Brown, of course, that's where Joplin's probably going to be looking for this.
It's a big 44 seconds heading in this game.
It's going to be a long 44 seconds. And if Joplin misses a shot and Parkview gets it, Joplin's going to need to foul, even though it being a 2-point game, no shot clock.
Let's hope we get an overtime thriller here.
Yeah, again, just like the CJ game. And we are about to start or resume play again. 44.6 seconds left. Dylan McVeigh to inbound it. Carlos Centine, Charlie Brown, Spencer Lane, and Keandre Adams are now on the court. And it looks like Joplin is taking their time. Charlie Brown taking it up. Charlie Brown is Mr. Clutch. Charlie Brown can't find a shot, can't find a player open.
He's trying to set up a play here. He's got to make sure that this possession counts here.
And a timeout called by Joplin again with 27 seconds left to go with 26.9. Spent 17 seconds on that last possession. And, well, Joplin, they did what they needed to do right there, waste a little bit of clock, slow things down. They didn't take an early outlandish shot. And I believe this will be a 30-second timeout. That's all it is. Both teams, like I said, still in the single bonus. So if anybody gets fouled, they have to shoot at least one free throw. If they miss that free throw, then the other team can get the rebound, and they may just have this game. So Parkview's going to have to watch the fouls right now.
Look, I think Joplin can go for that easy 2. I don't think they're going to go for 3. They don't want to risk it here. They need to go for that 2 and get the tie.
They definitely need to prevent Charlie Brown from shooting that 3. That's for sure. Charlie Brown will knock that 3 down any time of day. There's no doubt about it.
Right, this is a tough time for it to come down because this is when both defenses have stepped up, so it's going to be difficult for Joplin to even get the 2.
And Joplin drawing up, of course, another play on the whiteboard, and we're about to start play. Again, both teams in the bonus, and if there is a scramble for the ball, Parkview does get the ball because the possession owner is in their favor. So hopefully there isn't a scramble. And I believe
let's get these 25 seconds started.
And Parkview is 1 foul away from sending Joplin to the double bonus now. So I think if Parkview fouls them, I think Joplin does get 2 free throws, making a correction on what I was just saying.
I haven't been this excited since Christmas Eve night.
And Charlie Brown, of course, taking it up again. Tick, tick, tick. 22 seconds left to go in the game. Brown pulls up for 3. And he knocks it down! Yes! 18 seconds left. 53-52.
Joplin has that lead. That's very important.
Timeout. Called by Parkview. My gracious. What a play.
That was one heck of a play. Parkview now, they need to score some points. They're dire.
And man, you just look at that student section. It's doing insane over there. I did not see that coming. I did not see Charlie Brown pulling up a 3 off the inbound. That's what I was saying, outlandish shots like that. But hey, whatever works. It was a great shot. These last 18 seconds are going to be nail-biting, that's for sure.
That's great. As you can see on the bench over there, they're really going to start establishing the defense here. They're going to set up a play, and I think they're going to stop Parkview.
And key thing right now, double up Ackard, full court press. That's what they need to do. Keep Ackard from shooting the ball. And whatever you do, don't foul him.
And don't let Chode get that 2 points inside the paint.
Don't let Chode get the ball. But right now, he's not really showing much tonight, Chodes.
Yeah, but you don't want him to show up now as far as Joplin's concerned. But so far, they've been able to protect the perimeter. Let's see if they'll be able to do it here in this upcoming 15 seconds.
A little bit, handling defense on the 3-ball. But in general, they're playing pretty good basketball tonight.
That's correct. This is not just great basketball, it's a great game. This is going to be close. I just want to see these last 18 seconds begin.
Are you going to charge the court after the game is over?
I did not previously. I'll probably fall and embarrass myself on television, so I probably will not.
Do you mind if we take over if I charge the court?
I will.
You do mind, or you will take over?
I will. I will take over if you do.
And Jack Brown inbounding it. Gets it to Ackard. Full court press. Don't foul him. Whatever they do, Carlos almost fouled him. Oh, no. And it's a foul, and Akron will go to the line for 2 with 6 seconds left.
So, Harrison, why don't you break this down for us about the whole free throw thing for us here, for folks at home?
What?
Why don't you break down the free throw rules here for the folks at home?
And Joplin is going crazier than ever.
Oh, I can't hear you.
And makes the first free throw, and he'll get another one. So Parkview is now in the safe zone for now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I lost my ability to hear a second ago.
So did I. And it's going to be a timeout called by Joplin again. 6.4 seconds. That's what I was talking about earlier. Those last 2 minutes of a game, they are the longest, but the most thrilling. Tied at 53. Akron still has one more free throw to go. I think the coach called the timeout in between free throws to ice him.
I think you guys
ice
do.
Kicker.
I believe that was the plan there.
Yeah, I think it was a good call by Coach Williams. And, well, hopefully that ices him. It's just like whenever a kicker is about to kick a game-winning field goal, coach always calls the timeout right before he kicks it. Just so he does not make it.
Well, let's hope. I'm sure Joplin's crowd here tonight, the student section, they're going to try to disrupt him. They're going to be loud in this upcoming final free throw.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. They're going to go insane. I could not hear that.
I will probably be deaf after this final free throw, to be honest with you. I will not be able to hear.
No doubt.
Well, not only is the final time forever, so is the timeouts. They take forever as well.
Yeah, and I've only been to 2 Joplin High School games this year so far, but I've, analyzed them a lot, online, on the stats book, And the 2 games I've went to have been thrillers just like this, and they've lost both of them. I'd really be disappointed to see 3 straight thrilling losses.
All right, well, let's get back to the action here. I'm just excited.
Yeah, I'm famished. And he makes the second. 6.4 seconds left. Oh, no. Oh, and that's the game. Parkview's Zach Schultz slams it down off the steal, and Parkview wins it 56-53. Wow. I did not know. Wow.
Words cannot describe what just happened there. That was a great dunk.
I was waiting for a dunk like that all night long. I just didn't want to see it there. But it was a good game. I'll give it that. I enjoyed announcing it. Enjoyed watching it. I was glad I was here tonight. I can't hear, though. Can't hear very well.
Look, I'm just ready to see the district start in the playoffs. They've still got that, and they're going to open up the Neo Show March 5th, I believe.
And our Jet 14 players of the game are, of course, Archon Ackard, who got a double-double tonight. And for Joplin, of course, our Jet 14 player is Charlie Brown. His last game, last home game in a Joplin uniform. And it's very touching. It's a very disappointing moment that he lost his final game. Almost 1,900 career points. Started on varsity all 4 years. He has a great resume for his future ball in college. It's a great game tonight. And 56-53 is the final, of course. What were your takeaways from this game, of course?
This was a great game. That's my takeaway.
Yeah. Well, I'm Harrison Marshall alongside here with my great pal, Jake Cook. Thanks for joining in with us here on Jet 14. And again, your final score, the Parkview Vikings going down to 13-11. They win 56-53 over the Joplin Eagles, who now are sub-500 at 12-13. And drive home safely. And you have a great day, guys, tomorrow.
See you next